Hello, Plano ISD community. I'm Leslie Range Stanton, Chief Communications Officer for Plano ISD. It's been a busy month in Austin, and I want to provide you a brief update on Plano ISD's advocacy efforts during the current Texas legislative session. Plano ISD is closely following proposed legislation that affects our students, staff, and families. Some of the bills we are watching include those related to education savings accounts, school vouchers, or any measures that divert public funds for private use. Taxpayer funds should not be used for private use in any form. We cannot afford to pull even more dollars away from public schools at a time when legislators are not giving schools the funding needed to keep up with inflation-driven increases. Just like we see in our own households, school districts are experiencing a significant increase in expenses such as fuel, property and casualty insurance, construction costs, health insurance, food costs, security officers, custodial services, and utilities. In response, district leaders continue to meet with legislators and have provided written support and public testimony to seek legislative relief for financial challenges including increasing the basic allotment, addressing the inequities of recapture, and promoting financial transparency, or what we call taxparency, on your school tax bill. In light of increased student and budgetary needs, Texas school districts are long overdue for financial relief. Additionally, our board and administration are watching measures that could result in a loss of local control in selecting instructional materials or that generate unnecessary conflict between parents and the school district. We also continue to support efforts that prioritize meaningful and fair accountability standards. We ask for your engagement in advocating for Texas public schools as we continue to provide resources and updates on our website to keep you informed. Your voice matters, and together we can work toward ensuring that our students receive the best education possible. Before I conclude, I would like to introduce Assistant Communications Director Zoheb Hassanali, who will provide an overview of all 5 Plano ISD legislative priorities for this school year. Thank you for your continued support of our students and schools. Zoheb, take it away.
As the 88th legislative session continues at the state capitol, Plano ISD leaders are meeting with legislators to advocate for students, staff, and community. So what exactly are we supporting? Our legislative priorities were approved by the Board of Trustees last fall after several inclusive conversations based on the district's needs. They are expanding funding for safety and mental health, addressing the inequities of recapture, sufficiently funding public schools, create a meaningful assessments and accountability standards, and preserve local control to face our unique community needs. Priority 1 aims to substantially increase the school safety allotment with greater local control, providing a new allotment for student mental health and wellness, and providing funding for safety and security infrastructure based on local needs. Higher property taxes do not mean more money for students. In fact, Plano ISD is expected to pay approximately $247 million in recapture this year, the second highest amount of all Texas school districts. Priority 2 addresses the inequities of recapture by flowing all revenue in excess of entitlement funds directly into the basic allotment, providing a discount to districts for early recapture payments, and ensuring all recapture funds are used for traditional public education. Speaking of funding, Priority 3 would modify formulas to make funding more equitable across districts, provide sufficient resources to attract and retain highly qualified teachers, and oppose efforts to divert public funds for private use. It also asks that we fully fund the teacher retirement system with inflation adjustments to allow more local discretion. Priority 4 advocates for an accountability system that does not lower district ratings for one underperforming campus and offers a fair assessment without impacting accountability ratings. We also impose 8th Ref ratings that only award teaching to the test without considering the complex work of schools. Finally, Priority 5 highlights the need to help unique community challenges by preserving an accountability and governance structure of locally elected school boards and administrations. It also supports local control for local elections and expands the current District of Innovation flexibilities. Our Plano ISD leaders are not just voicing their concerns, they're actively proposing solutions. You can find those remedies, learn more about our priorities, contact your representatives, sign up for our newsletter, and track the latest from Austin by visiting our website at www.pisd.edu/legislative.